Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ. This is the stop sign of Texas.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see a low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
And here comes the start of the second quarter for the Hornets. Here's the give to the left side. It cuts it back to the, to the right side, cuts it back to the left, and is swallowed up right away by the Mustang defense. No gain, brings up third down for the Hornets.
Well, on that one, it looks like the running back, De Leon, just stopped in the middle of his drive and cut back for some odd reason. There you go. Change up the snap count, boys.
That's kind of what you need to do against a defense that's been playing so well so far. They've been tough to run and tough to throw. We've seen some missed opportunities from Caldwell, but here we go.
Blitz.
And able
to
got
away with
avoid pressure, but it's kind of just thrown up in the air and almost it's tipped by both players. But once again, good coverage down the field by West Orange Stark. That was number 34, DeMorris Thibodeau. Bring up fourth down and 4 for Caldwell.
Now that was a big all-out blitz there for West Orange Stark, and your Kornovic looked like he was lucky to get out and be able to get the ball almost ill-advised style because he threw it into a crowd. And again, that shows on the back end how well West Orange Stark is doing their part as they blitz the front. Usually there's somebody's open, and West Orange was able to cover up.
They've been trying to get a lot of pressure back there to Kornovic so far, and they've been succeeding in that a lot tonight. So it's going to be fourth down. Here's the snap. It's high and to the left. The kick is away, and it's a good one downfield. It's fielded at around the 29-yard line. Cuts to the left, now back to the right, and down at the 42-yard line is Jaron Morris, the return man for West Orange. They'll start 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Well, as West Orange Stark starts with their 6th possession of the game, where they're scoring every other possession, this would be a possession here schematically that they're taking off. So let's see if Caldwell can do anything with this.
You need a big stop if you're the Hornets here. Force a 3 and out, maybe force a turnover as a man in motion. Here's a snap, quick throw to the left side. It's complete. 40, and there's going to be a flag thrown down. They're definitely going to get the Hornets for a block in the back on this one, as it was a pickup of 6, but this one coming back.
Yeah, you look at play on that, and it was mostly the young man Miller trying to get himself some extra yardage out of that, but another block in the back by West Orange.
And I kind of saw that develop on this side of the play, and just saw one of the Mustangs push a guy in the back, and of course, no knowing any football level, gonna move the ball back 10 yards, and a nice break there for Caldwell. Now you just got to step up and do something with it.
Now, dare I say, and I don't want to jinx it, I promise you this, that's the first penalty of the game.
And that it has been. No penalties, no flags thrown in the first quarter. As clock now 10:45 remaining here in the first half. West Orange going to have it 1st down and 20. Ball back at the 32-yard line. Another man in motion for the Mustangs. Here's the snap. Dallas going to roll out of the pocket to the right side. Looks downfield. Here's the throw, and it's complete. And he breaks a tackle across the 50. He's got a man to beat across the 40, the 30, and finally brought down at the 21-yard line. A catch and run, little hitch route right there for the Mustangs, but a long, big play, 1st down.
Dallas rolls out, and he was targeting his man. Look at that. Quick. Look at this. That's outstanding.
And there's a give up the middle. And are they going to blow this one dead? Or
Keep going.
And it is a touchdown. We didn't know. That was a confusing play. We didn't know if they were going to blow it dead or not. Caldwell didn't know what to do.
Brilliant coaching again. Right there. where they run the ball. They don't get Caldwell a chance to get themselves in position.
And I think the head coach for Caldwell, Coach Goforth, is trying to argue that he didn't start the play clock soon enough. He didn't give his guys a chance to set, but anyway, doesn't matter. Touchdown Mustangs as well. I don't know really what you say about that drive, Chance.
Again, it's great coaching. It's opportunistic coaching. That, you know, as a lot of times people sit there and they say things negative about Bill Belichick, that's a Bill Belichick that's taking advantage of what a team is not prepared for. And West Orange Stark saw that Caldwell's looking down the sideline. They're gassed. They're looking for what's going on. The coach is trying to coach them up as they're moving down the field. And West Orange Stark just goes in, we're running a play here, boys. We're running a football play.
And it kind of looked like West Orange didn't know what they were doing either. Is really nobody moved. Neither side of the line moved. You just saw Dallas hand off to his running back and Shum up the middle, touchdown.
But they couldn't call that a touchdown, Forrest, if the men weren't set. They have to be set. So West Orange had the presence of mind to know they had to be set. Otherwise, you couldn't call that as a play. The referees aren't going to let that happen. So West Orange Sparks has the presence of mind to set themselves, and then Dallas hands that off.
So back in the swinging gate formation for the 2-point conversion go the Mustangs.
That's a touchdown, boys and girls.
They'd lead now 26-0 with 10:13 remaining here in the second quarter, first half here at Texan Drive Stadium in New Caney.
43-second. That was a 43-second drive for us.
We've seen a lot of that so far, and here's the keeper up the middle by Dallas. 2-point conversion try good, and the fourth time that the Mustangs have ran swinging gate 2-point conversion, and twice has been successful, but nonetheless, they now lead at 28-0 here over Caldwell. 10:13 remaining here in the first half. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
And welcome back out to Texan Drive Stadium. 10:13 remaining here in the first half. West Orange Stark leads at 28-0 over Caldwell, and it's been all West Orange so far. Some incredible and quick offensive series.
Well,
so far.
the only thing I do want to go back to that last play, and the question is, how can they go ahead and continue to run the play if the chains weren't set? The ball was inside the 10-yard line. They don't have to set those chains at that point. So at that point, the chains just drop.
You're exactly right on that one. Just kind of a confusing last drive here, but nonetheless, kick is away, and it's a short one. Bounce fielded at the 29 across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33-yard line, where Caldwell will start 1st and 10, and you've got to get something going. It's been tough against this West Orange defense, but if you're Coach Goforth and Kronovic, your quarterback, what can you do against West Orange Stark?
Well, right now it doesn't look like anything, Forrest. I mean, their first possession 3 and out, second possession 3 and out, third possession is an interception. Then their fourth possession is a 3 and out. Their last possession is end of the quarter and they punt again. So every possession has been 3 and outs or interceptions. They've not ended well so far for Caldwell. Caldwell's they've got to run the football. They've got to be able to run the football.
So 1st and 10. Here's the snap, fake give, throw to the left side on a little bubble screen, has a little room across the 40 and down at the 43-yard line. And it is going to be a first down for Caldwell. The first there we go, sign of life, first down, as you were talking about the 3 and outs.
So Weston Lilly on that as he starts to move the foot. This is the first down of the game for them as Weston Lilly goes ahead and makes that quick out. They've got to be able to continue to move the ball in that fashion.
And you see Caldwell hurry up back to the football, tried to quick count it there. No avail. West Orange Stark holding their water on the defensive side of the ball. Here's a quick check play. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Here's the snap. Looking downfield, another quick throw to the left side and tries to make a move and bottled up almost right away. Going to get a yard. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9 for Caldwell.
All right, in both of those plays, what you have, and we saw in their last series also, their running backs and their wide receivers, they're all trying to make plays. They're taking steps back instead of driving themselves forward. Caldwell is trying to be more athletic than a superior athletic team in West Orange Stark. They just need to run the football, take their steps, and drive forward. Get positive yards, even if it's 1 or 2 at a time. You can't outfake these guys. Just take your steps, take your possessions.
And you know, you're exactly right on there. You know, you got to do what you do best. And you know, we talked about Caldwell being the running force that they are. We've seen them throw a lot. You know, and maybe that was kind of their game plan to try to catch West Orange Stark off guard. But you can't out-athlete the Mustangs. It's just not going to work tonight. So second down and long, man in motion. Here's the snap. And the give, they tried to go up the middle with that one, but once again, nothing doing. Only a gain of 1. It'll be third down.
We have a run blitz on there. You also have free range guys on West Orange Stark now. They're not even manning up on their man. There's nobody covering on the outside. Caldwell goes ahead and they go in motion. West Orange Stark's not even respecting their motion right now.
It's kind of one of those things, I'm going to match everything you're going to teach me. And here we go. Quarterback's going to roll out of the pocket.
There's nowhere to go. There's 4 men on 3.
And it was
There's
overthrown. But, you know, you're exactly right. It was thrown almost into quadruple coverage. You had 2 guys in the area, but you had a bunch of Mustangs covering the Caldwell players.
They had a safety high on the other side that West Orange brings over to the top. So now you're throwing into a zone that 5 men are in for West Orange Stark with 2 guys. Those, again, we talked about those numbers that West Orange was using against it. 3 to 2, 5 men to 2, and Caldwell's throwing into that. They've got to run the football for us. They've got to be able to run the football.
We've been saying it all day long, but we'll see what happens here on their next possession. Snap down. The kick is away. It's a good punt. And fielded at 19-yard line across the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35. He has a seam. The 35, the 50. A man to beat, and it's going to be a touchdown. West Orange Stark is almost untouched. Into the end zone is number 15, Jaron Morris, as we're up here next to the West Orange Stark coaching box, and they're going absolutely crazy as they take a 35-0 lead.
Well, as you saw that, then it's the same thing. What they do is they build a wall on the sidelines, just basically outside the numbers as you're looking at them. And then what happens is the return guy goes in between that. It was absolutely brilliant. And then you let him make a couple plays. But that was a well-executed special teams play again. I'm very impressed with West Orange Starks, and they're well-coached kids.
So here we go for the first time. West Orange Stark going to try to line up and kick a field goal. Hancock's the kicker. Snap down. The kick is up. And it's good. So with 8:31 remaining here in the first half, the score, Mustangs 35, Hornets 0. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
The Houston High School playoffs continue next week, and Texan Live is your home for the postseason. Get your tickets to the state championship held at NRG Stadium in Houston by following the UIL link on TexanLive.com. Then follow your team on the road to the state at the home of high school football for sports, TexanLive.com. That's TexanLive.com. Click on the UIL link and get yourself some tickets.
I'm looking forward to the state championship games being here this year, Chance. I don't know about you, but I think I'm definitely going. It's always a blast, especially when you have it here in your own city. You know, it's been in Dallas so much. So.
Yeah, it's our turn. It's our time now.
So with 8:31 remaining here in the second quarter, here's the kick. And they're going to blow this one dead before it started. I'm trying to wait to see what call is down on the field, why they blowed this one dead. Going to have to get a new football in there is what it's looking like. Not sure the confusion, but oh well. We'll figure it out for you one way or another. Mustangs lead it 35-0 here with 8:31 remaining in the first half. And
they're not using K-balls, I guess. I don't know.
You got me stumped on that one.
Well, at any rate, they're going to have to re-kick this.
So here comes the re-kick. And it is away and fielded at the 14-yard line across the 20, the 25, and down at around the 26-yard line is once again number 8 Chambers where the Hornets will start 1st and 10.
All right, there's 8 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the first half. Caldwell has yet to move the ball past midway. They've punted every possession with the exception of the one where they threw the interception. Caldwell's got to get something going here.
And you got to at least try to show a little bit of fight here in the first half, and then maybe try to make
man. They're not respecting anything there. Look at that.
And you try to quick out, and it's dropped and incomplete. As you know, just like you said, you had a guy coming from the outside. He would have gone
Unblocked.
untouched to your quarterback had there been, a play to the other side or a deep throw. But you tried the quick screen, which had some room, could have gone for a first down. But just things not falling the Hornets' way tonight.
No, there's not really excuse me, anything right now that's going the Hornets' way. They're trying to pass the ball. Again, you look at they're covered up. There's a double coverage everywhere.
And once again, a high throw intended for Devin Morris falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you essentially out here for West Orange Stark, you got 7 DBs. You got DBs that are doing nothing but roaming right now. As if you look on actually would be the on your screen, on your computer screen, if you look towards the bottom, there's actually uncovered and free roaming corners and defensive backs for West Orange Stark.
So here's the give to the right side, and
nowhere.
Hit for a gain of 3. But nonetheless, it'll force 4th down for Caldwell. And, unfortunately, the Hornets just can't get anything going. This is a very tough defense, folks. It's the number 10. West Orange Stark ranked number 8 in the 4A rankings in Texas. And we talked about it earlier. They were only giving up 12 points a game, and their offense is going to put up points. It's very tough to get anything going against these guys.
Well, and then, the other part of the deal is that West Orange Stark is an established program. You're talking about a team that has several state titles, that it was, again, played in a state championship game last year. This is not a Johnny-come-lately program. Caldwell is newer to this. This is something that is going to help build their program, and they shouldn't hang their heads at this point.
And, as the punt sails out of bounds at the 38-yard line, we're talking like this game, unfortunately, is already over. But, Chance, we still got a whole another 7 minutes to go in the second quarter and a whole nother half to play. We've seen crazy things happen in football before.
Well, absolutely. That's what I'm looking for. And as far as Caldwell, is their spark and what they need to do. Is it at this point, with where they're at, they need to get a stop here, and they've done it before. They need to get themselves back into a stop position. They can't let those kids get their heads hung down. You got to get some fire. You got to get some spirit. So you watch that linebacker go in and point out what he wants his defense to do.
So here's the snap and the give up the middle across the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, untouched. Looks like it's going to be a touchdown. Mustangs, a 70. Let me try to get my mouth right on this one, folks. Looks like a 72-yard run right there. One play, touchdown Mustangs. And
10-second possession.
That's what has been the theme all day. Score early, score often. And with 7:05 left here in the second quarter, looks like West Orange Stark going to take a 42-0 lead here over the Caldwell Hornets. As here's lining up in field goal formation, snap down, kick is up and good. So with 7:05 remaining here in the first half, score West Orange 42, Caldwell 0. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
And welcome back out to Texan Drive Stadium. It's the Mustangs 42, the Hornets 0 with 7:05 remaining here in the first half. And It's been all Hornets so far. We've seen that offense be almost dominating. Chance, score early, score often. That's exactly what they're doing.
Well, and that's what we expected coming in. And again, it's easier to sit here and say, again, we're couch analysis and things like that. I mean, we don't have a vested interest in these as much as the coaches and as much as the players and as much as the fans. So I guess my point in this is that, yeah, we can say, okay, this is what they should be doing, or this is what they – doing it and being able to do it are two different things. Caldwell is in this position because they beat a very good Lamarck team. This West Orange Stark is that because they beat a very good teams as well. Neither one of these teams don't deserve to be here, Forrest.
Close to 20 to 25 and down at around the 27-yard line goes the Hornets. But, yeah, we talked kind of earlier. David and Goliath matchup is kind of the terms that was being thrown around earlier. We knew Caldwell was going to be an underdog, and we knew they were going to have to try to pull some stops out. But, against this tough West Orange Stark team, there's just so much you can try. As you said, you can try to do it all you want. It's just about doing it that's the hard part.
Well, and that's what we were talking earlier, and I just kind of shied away from the David versus Goliath thing because I didn't think that Caldwell was quite the David of the story because they earned their right to be here. Right now, they're just being outmuscled, outplayed by a superior West Orange Stark team. Again, there's the athletes that they have here at West Orange Stark, are very well trained athletes. Caldwell is here because they deserve to be here. They earn the right to be here. They have outstanding athletes as well. They've just got to be able to keep their heads up. They came in with high expectations. They didn't know that their season was going to go in the position they're at. They got themselves a couple wins in the playoffs. They got some momentum going. And it's easy to bust that bubble right now because you're like, oh, see, we're not as good as we thought we were. They got to believe that they should be here. They got to believe that they can do this.
There's still plenty of ball game left. Is quarterback going to go in motion, and here tries to throw it quick downfield, and it's incomplete, but a flag is going to be thrown. Probably going to get the Mustangs for pass interference on this one, but you just got to understand this game's not over yet. No game is over until, I'm going to use this reference, until the fat lady sings, as we say in baseball.
Yeah, that's you, not me, baby.
Hey, okay, I get how that one is. That's fine.
No, and I'm with you, and that's kind of what my point is. That how do you get yourself back into position? What happens is that you that bubble starts expanding. You think that you go and you lose 4 games during the season. You're like, man, we just did, we're an okay football team. And then you win a couple games in the playoffs. You start thinking, and then you start pounding your chest. Now you got to, instead of letting the bubble burst and saying, oh, you know what? Well, we are that team we thought we were. No, you're not. You're the team that got you here. Be that team. Don't be that team that you were 4 losses. Be that team that got you here. Be that team that beat Lamarck.
And there's going to be a run to left side. Ball's on the ground. Going to have to see who came up with it. Looks like the Hornets were able to get on top, fall on top of that one. But nonetheless, it'll be second down and long now for Caldwell. And, Chance, we talked about it earlier, and I feel for him. Down in a deep hole, yeah, we said it's not over yet, but unfortunately, everything that's gone wrong everything that has gone wrong for the Hornets tonight, nothing will go right, unfortunately.
Well, we're looking at the game in the angle, and
as pressure right away up the middle,
and it's caught. Get there, son.
The 40,
get there.
The 30.
Get there, son.
And makes a move across the 20, the 15, and a
nice
great
work.
Catch and run. A good sign of life there, and I'm talking about everything going wrong, and finally something goes right for the Hornets as down inside the 15-yard line. They're smelling the end zone and smelling a little bit of life.
There's a big play right there as one of their playmakers for Caldwell, Tanner Stefka, makes a big play for him, gets them into the scoring territory. This is the first time they've been in this position. Let's get that job done, boys.
So as you tried to change up the snap count, saw a couple Mustangs almost jump on sides on that one. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Here's the snap. Quick pass to the left side across the 10, the 5, and forced out of bounds right around the 4-yard line, as it's going to be a 1st and goal now for the Hornets, and finally in a territory they're comfortable in as they're inside the 5-yard line.
Well, West Orange right now is just man up. They're single man on single man. So a lot of times in those situations, you get some motion going the opposite direction. You start weeding out those man-to-man, and you get some singled-up coverage with some of your best players, and that's just what they did there.
So it's going to be first and goal, ball at the 4-yard line for the Hornets. They're in a deep hole here with 4:33 remaining in the first half. In that power formation, everybody bunched up in the middle. Here's a give, and touchdown Hornets. Ran right up the middle. Finally a sign of life, and they're on the scoreboard. It is now 42-6 with the West Orange lead after the Hornets touchdown.
Well, as they get there in that touchdown, West Orange is still spread out, like that they were expecting something around the edges, and they never sucked themselves back in. There was never really a goal line type stand out of West Orange. So they spread it out. Caldwell just runs it up the middle. Great play there by Caldwell.
And it's good to see a little life over on that side.
Life and fire. Get them boys on the sidelines jumping up again.
Yeah, show them it's not over yet. Here's the snap down. The kick is up. And it's good. So with 4:26 remaining here in the first half, West Orange leads 46-7 over Caldwell. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas, and only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
And welcome back out to Texan Drive Stadium. It's the Mustangs 42, the Hornets 7. Finally a nice sign of life and a spark here from that Hornet offense. Now can your defense step up and make a play a little bit?
And we'll say this. You cannot eat an elephant all in one sitting. You've got to eat it piece by piece by piece. So now that your offense has got to score, defense, get yourselves a hold. Now, it's been a while since you've done that, but you can do it. You've done it in the game. Make those adjustments. Get yourselves back to that second possession of this game that forced West Orange to punt. Caldwell, get themselves in that position. You can eat this elephant.
You just got to believe in yourself and trust that you can. So here comes the kickoff from the Hornets. And it's away. A little short squib kick. Fielded around the 21-yard line, across the 20 to 30, makes a move, and down at the 35-yard line, where the Mustangs will start first and 10.
Well, as we were just talking about possessions, you have in as far as the time of possessions for West Orange Stark, you have 2 minutes and 40 seconds for their first score, 2 minutes and 55 seconds for their second score, 22 seconds for their third, 43 seconds for their fourth, and 10 seconds for their fifth score. They're scoring quicker and faster. Now, it seems here Caldwell's got to be able to stop them.
So here we go. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Mustangs. And here's the snap. Another handoff up the middle. This one's bounced to the left side. Has a little seam, but he sheds a blocker, but almost bottled up by the Caldwell defense as he'll gain 4 yards on that one.
On those plays, you got to get your guys breaking down on the deal. You just say, hey, son, come over here. Let me talk about it. Break yourself down. No arm tackling, no shoestring tackling, no diving at their ankles. You need to break yourselves down. You cannot miss tackles. That Hancock for the Mustangs is very shifty, very quick runner. Hit his belly button. You got to take him out at the belly button.
Exactly right on that one. As you're going to have trips to the right this time for West Orange. Here's the snap. Another give. That ball's actually on the ground this time. As it was going to be a handoff, but Dallas fell off on it as the ball ended up on the ground. It's going to be a loss of 4, and it'll be third down and 10. But, you talked about it. This is kind of what happened on the possession that the Hornets were able to force the 3 and out. So you need to make a big play here and get your offense back on the field. You've got 2 timeouts. You got time to score if you force it here.
Well, Tucker Ellsworth back there in the backfield now. You got a third and essentially long for West Orange Stark. Caldwell's got themselves a chance. Just buy into this, boys. Buy into it.
So here we go. It's third down and 10.
Man up.
Ball spot at the 35-yard line. And here's the snap. Dallas going to roll out to the right. Looking downfield. Has a little pressure. Going to shoot it deep. Has a man open, and it's caught and in and out of his hands. It looked like he almost secured it. It just popped out at the last second. But there we go, Chance. Just what we were talking about.
There's your 3 and out that you get. Again, what you do is your offense scores. You get a little life on your team, a little pop, a little pep in your step, a little pop in your luck, and you said get yourself a stop. And on that, you didn't get the sack that you were looking for on that because again, you have yourself spying on that. I'm getting laughed at for some reason.
I love your references, buddy. That's what it is. So here's the punt from the Mustangs, and it's going to be fielded at the 25, across the 30, the 35. He has a little seam across the 40, and it's going to be good for starting field positioning as down at the 43-yard line is number 8, Chambers. A nice return to set up a drive here for the Hornets. 2 minutes, 29 seconds remaining. You got 2 timeouts. Chance, what do you do?
Well, on here, again, you had one big play that puts you down into scoring territory. Now the deal is that you have not been your completion percentage is pretty low right now. You have not been working on those high percentage passes. You've got to work on a couple high percentage passes. There are no zones here in this. All West Orange is doing right now is playing man up. They're even got a double covered guy here at the bottom now, and you got 2 guys at the top. They're matching up against you.
So here's a quick screen pass
and you're still
to the left side.
Those aren't going to work.
He gets some decent yardage, though, that time. But, it's all about clock right now is the important part.
Well, again, you're talking about numbers. You want to flood that area. You want to do some quick outs. You got to flood that area. You've got to bring somebody else out there. Tight end, another wide receiver, somebody that crosses that. You've got to outnumber them on that side. Right now, Caldwell doesn't do that on that play. They're expecting their players to make a play. There goes the blitz.
And
bam.
It's blown up right away as, they tried another short screen pass. As we're going to have to take a timeout here on the field. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid. But sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Iron Man Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
And welcome back out to Texan Live's coverage of the West Orange Stark Mustangs taking on the Caldwell Hornets. A minute 51 remaining here in the first half. Mustangs lead at 42-7. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 8 for Caldwell. A tough spot to be in once again. And they've seen themselves in this a bunch. So, Chance, what do you do?
Well, again, it looks like the Caldwell is going to try to pass the ball. They've got 4 wide receivers out. They're just protecting straight up. No extra protection in there with the exception of a running back and a pistol.
And here's a snap. Looking downfield. He has a man open, and it's off his hands.
Look at those numbers.
He wanted A.J. Zaboro incomplete. So now it looks like trying to see if the offense is going to stay on the field here, 4th down and 7. I think I don't know if you almost have to, but it looks like Coach Goforth's going to keep his offense out on the field. As you had a man wide open. You had the guys beating the secondary for the 1st down, but just not able to convert.
Well, right now, West Orange is in a prevent style defense. Everything's just keep everything in front of you right now. You got double on one side. They're timeout.
They're going to call a timeout here on the field. So let's take a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout here in the box. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
And welcome back out to Texan Drive Stadium. It's the Mustangs 42, the Hornets 7. It's going to be 4th down and 7, and here comes the Hornet offense back on the field, as you said, Chance. Here comes, once again, the West Orange Starks staying in that prevent-style defense. As you said, keep everything in front of you. So here we go. Snap down. Pressure up the middle, and it's going to be complete. First down, Caldwell across the 40 to 35, and a huge pickup right there for the Hornets.
No, that's what they were looking for in there is a little bit of a, and I won't say they're not really playing a zone. They're playing man up, but they're playing very soft man. So they're back 5 yards off of all their men. They're not playing straight up. They're trying to keep everything in front of them.
Caldwell's going to hurry to the ball. Here's a quick slant route thrown across the right side. Complete again. Close to first down yardage. Looks like it's going to be about a half a yard short. But here we go. Here comes rally time on the ball. They're going to have to hurry. West Orange got an extra man on the field. They're going to have to call a timeout, which is what you had to do. But once again, good call right there by Coach Goforth, hurrying your team up to the line.
No, that was outstanding. You put a little bit of pressure. Then at that point, you're putting the pressure on West Orange Stark, very similar to what the Mustangs had done earlier on the other end when we had that little bit of controversy there. But we go ahead and we let Caldwell do the same thing, forcing the Mustangs to take a timeout there. Not that the Mustangs needed the timeout here, but if you're going to go here, consecutive possessions by Caldwell, I want this touchdown if I'm the coach. If I'm the coach, go for Caldwell. I want this touchdown. It gets me into that locker room with some momentum to where I can talk to my kids and talk to them about that they can get in this game.
And, of course, you get the ball back second half. As the Mustangs took the ball first, they won the toss and elected to receive. So it's a huge drive here, as you said. 57 seconds remaining. 1st and 10, second and 1, ball at the 25-yard line. Here's a snap. Fake pump. Looking for a man, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for number 5, Tanner Stefka. And, of course, we're here, folks, next to the coaching booth of the West Orange Stark Mustangs, and you heard him say middle, middle, middle. They knew he had a man wide open, and a good job covering that time by the Mustangs.
On that play, that was actually you're going to have to Kranovic. Kranovic. The quarterback, that was actually his second read, so that was pretty smart play on his part.
And there's going to be a handoff up the middle, and this one's just going to be good for a first down. That'll stop the clock, which is exactly right. That's what you needed. So now you just got to hurry, get back on the ball.
You got to get into halftime with this touchdown. You got to get this score.
And, of course, the clock stops in high school football when you get a first down. So here it goes, ticking. Clock at 40 seconds now. Ball at the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. And here's a snap. So Govic's going to look downfield, has pressure up the middle. He's going to try to evade it, and almost complete to his receiver there on the left side, but just kind of did the smart thing, chunk it in the area of somebody, and if they don't catch it, great, but as long as that pass gets out of bounds.
Well, as he's rolling out, there's a man on him, and he's got to be able to turn, plant, and throw at the same time. That's a difficult thing to do at any level. You try to make that throw. He did a pretty good job, got it in the vicinity of that area, but that's a tough thing.
And you're exactly right. Those are tough plays to make, especially, if you're rolling out to the left for a right-handed quarterback and if you're rolling out to the right for a left-handed quarterback. So, exactly, when you got to turn and throw it, it's not as easy as everybody thinks it is. Here's a snap. More pressure up the middle. He's hit as he throws. It's in and out of the hands.
He got it.
Caught. What a play. It bounced off his hands. That was Curtis Williams on the reception.
Did you see the shot? That you got to help me with the name again.
Kranovic
takes a double shot, throws that ball up, and then the concentration on the other end for the receiver to stay with that ball, very impressive right there. That's a tough quarterback that Caldwell's got.
He got blasted by 2 different Mustangs, and he just pops right back up. But he is also 6'5", 210, a big old boy. So this time, Kranovic's going to go under center, the power I formation. Here's a snap. Fake give. He's going to roll the left side. Wants a man. Incomplete. He had a man in the back of the end zone. He had Morris. Morris was calling for the ball, but Kranovic tried the short pass. But you still got 16 seconds. You got enough time for maybe 1 or 2 more plays. It's only 2nd down. But, just like you said, Chance, you got to get this score here.
You need this score. This is an important score. This is as important score as any in the game right here. So the coach has got to dial up whatever you need to dial up. Figure out a way. The weakness of right now of the Mustangs defense. You got to get this in here. Again, it gives you something when you take your boys into the locker room. Look, we can do this. We had 2 consecutive scores. We can put some scores together. This is important.
So 16 seconds remain. Bunch formation. Here's the snap. It's on the ground, and he just tries to throw it up and intercepted. Nobody even around him. Across the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, pick 6 Mustangs.
Yeah, you know, and I'll tell you this, that Cornervic felt the same pressure that I was feeling myself on them, and he just was trying to he knows how desperate that they were for that touchdown, and he just tried to make a play there. Can't blame that kid. He was just trying to make a play.
And, you know, you see it, you kind of once in a while you hear just throw it up, see what happens. Well, he tried to throw it up. He had a man in the area, but unfortunately, you know, just a great smart play by the defensive back for the Mustangs, taking it to the house. And, of course, there was nobody even around him.
Well, yeah, that young man feels bad because he was just trying to make a play on that. And, you know, he comes from a bobble snap, picks it up, trying to get something, knows that he needs to get something going, throws the ball in the general vicinity of where he thinks his receiver is going to be because he never looked up. He couldn't look up. He was trying to get the ball back in his hand, throws it up, and just happens to be in the hands of a Mustang.
So the PAT try had a flag thrown for offsides. It's declined. Field goal try is good. So that'll send us into halftime. It's the Mustangs 49, the Hornets 7. We'll see you after halftime here on TexanLive.com. We hope you enjoy the band and the drill teams.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry.
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate. It's hassle-free. It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
America's best-selling brand now offers friends and neighbors pricing to everyone on all Ford vehicles, but only for a limited time at your participating Texas Ford dealer.